Hello everyone, again, this is Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika. Today I am going to show you what is inside the newest Beading School Academy Theme Box. And this time I really hope that you can hear me and that you can see me. After 5 minutes of talking, I started to see comments coming in that you don't see me and hear me from the previous try. So I hope that it is working now. So let me know, please, if you can hear me, if you can see me. Shelley says Facebook is frozen. Please refresh. So can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, Jessica. Okay, wonderful. She says she can hear me and see me. Okay, so hello, Shelley and Louisa and Yosin and Jessica and Susan and Miriam and Nancy and Mary and Aniko and Angelica. Angelica says she has no sound, but everyone else has sound, so that will be on Angelica's side, unfortunately. So today I'm going to show you what's inside the newest Beading School Academy Theme Box. You can watch today's video in real time, real life, from the Beading School YouTube channel, from the Facebook page, and also from the Beading School Club. And I have a favor to ask you. As soon as the video starts, please let me know if you can see me or if you can hear me. If you think that there is a problem, then please let me know right away, because with the previous try, I noticed 5 minutes later that I'm talking, showing things, and you can't see me and can't hear me. So as soon as the video starts, please let me know. I should be on the screen in 5 seconds after a video starts. So thank you so much for doing that for me. But back to the video. So you can watch the video from 3 places, as I said, and you can also watch the recordings later. If you are watching from the Beading School Club, then it can happen that you don't hear me saying your name. I see you as a Facebook user, and that's because the Beading School Club is a closed, safe space on the internet, only for Beading School beaders. So no one, not even my broadcasting program, can see that what is happening inside. And you can give it permission to show me your profile by opening the little description of the video, a few sentences about the video, and then you can click the link in the last sentence, and then the program will show me your name. And then I can say that hi Faye, and hi Corinne, and hi Rachel, and Louisa, and Martina, and Katja, and Mariana, and Linda, and Angelica, and Sarah, and Laura, and Marianska, and Lita, and Mary, and Linda, and so many of you, Susan, Terry, Claire, Catherine, Sangita, and Kimberly, and Sherry, and Sandy, and Anna, and Ginny, and Asta, and Robin, and Lutka, and Malia, and Sherry, Alexandra, Allison, and Sherry also. So thank you so much for joining me today. And indeed, today it's time to see what is inside the newest Beading School Academy Theme Box and get to know the source of inspiration that we will play with. There were many different topics on our bead mats during the past more than 2 years. The warmth of fiery red, the black and gold amber during Lucia's light, inspired by a Scandinavian tradition that many of our beloved Swedish beading friends here are very, very familiar with. The refreshing blue and turquoise and silver of Thetis' treasure from the Greek mythology, yellow, purple, pink, and green all together when we were dreaming about flowers in our hairs and returning to the hippie era. But what might be coming for our bead mats today. Truth to be told, I got nostalgic when I was preparing for the big revelation today. The idea of the Academy, even if it didn't have a name yet, was born about 8 years ago. And a fun fact, one of the sources of inspiration for the whole program was a very different kind of membership. Every month, I used to receive 2 pairs of beautiful ties inspired by a specific theme. Does that ring a bell for you? I loved the packaging. I loved the little story that was printed inside the cardboard. I loved getting to know the designers and the cute gifts that were included. The ties in the box, of course, were only one of the many ideas that contributed. And it took me 6 more years until I felt that the Beadingschool Academy was ready for you. We opened the doors with the first but not the final version in September 2021. And since then, we have kept adding to the program. Lunch break meetings, storytelling nights, and last month also something new, an intricate bead embroidery project by Susie to make your wish come true and return to bead embroidery again. And today it's time to share something that has been on my mind since the very beginning. I like to say that together we achieve a lot more than everyone on their own. The Beadingschool Club is a beautiful example of that. All your contributions day by day, that's what I'm talking about. As for creating the Academy and the Academy themes, this time I am not the one who selected the colors and the shapes of the theme box that will land on your bead mats in a few days. Instead, I invited one of the very best beadwork designers and teachers to become the patron of the next box. She created the theme, selected the components, and of course designed some beautiful jewels for you. So lovelies, let me introduce you, but probably for many she doesn't need an introduction. So let me introduce you fellow designer and friend Heather Kingsley Head. And Heather is one of the kindest people I have ever met in the beading world. She is also the inventor of a beading stitch. She wrote several books and she is teaching beadwork worldwide. During the summer, we had coffee together in Amsterdam, crammed into a little couch by the window in one of my favorite cafes. I showed Heather the Dream of Sibylla box that we were playing with that time and told her about our wonderful community, about you. And she was ready to start. So a few days later, she's incredible. She got back to me not only with a mere idea, but a sparkly, heartwarming story that she wrote. And the whole box that I am now holding in my hand, that is really like the manifestation of that story. And as you will read the story in the virtual classroom piece by piece, then all the artifacts inside the box will make more and more sense. Dear ladies, now it's time to get to know what's inside, and let me show you Heather's beautiful winter tail box. So, in the meanwhile, Marianne says, I love her designs. And Angelica, I just heard about your experience with Heather last week when we talked, actually. Angelica says, woohoo, I spent a magical week with Heather in the Alpine Bead Retreat a few weeks ago. That's why she had such a clever face when she saw my Academy box. Indeed. And Sue knows the Albion stitch that Heather invented. She says she loves it. Natasha says, wow, 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 so exciting. Anna is going, yay. And Miriam says, I love her. But now, in a few weeks, she will actually join us during coffee time with Erika, and we will talk about how it all came together. But now, let's see what's inside the box. So I will switch now to my hand camera. And as always, I kindly ask you that please let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. So just a moment until I switch. So this is the beautiful winter tail box, and Heather chose gemstone colors, and we will actually visit a palace full of gemstones in her story. So in the meanwhile, thank you so much for letting me know that you can see me and you can hear me. So let's see. For those of our lovely beaders here who are not familiar yet with the Beadingschool Academy, then I would like to invite you to visit beadingschoolacademy.com to learn more about it. The Academy is a super valuable beading program with a bi-monthly theme that we play with. There is always a different source of inspiration, a different color scheme, stories that we can read, a storytelling night, and a wonderful, inspiring community around it. With the Academy, you can choose between a turquoise and between a bigger fuchsia level. And what I have here on my bead mat and that I am going to show you, it is the fuchsia box. So there are some beads and components that are included in the fuchsia box, but are not in the turquoise version. The fuchsia also comes with more perks, more tutorials. So actually 4 times as many of our beaders choose the fuchsia level than the turquoise ones. And this is the very first time when a fellow designer and one of the very, very best that you can meet in the beading world is the patron of a team. So let's see what's inside. So you can see also from this little sticker that it is the fuchsia level, and I'm trying to open it carefully without damaging the paper. And this is the first impression. So as you can see, lots of dark zircon, lots of gold. And let's see one by one what else. So last week I told you on Friday that one of the shapes that we are going to play with is going to be a 13 times 18 millimeter oval glass cabochon. And in fact, there will be 3 pieces in the fuchsia level box and 2 in the turquoise, and it is in the color dark zircon. So it's not entirely blue, not entirely green, it's something in between, not identical to the blue zircon that you know from Preciosa. It is a very beautiful color that Heather fall in love with when we were talking about the possibilities, what she would like to choose. So this is in fact going to be the focal of the second signature jewel that she created for the collection. Also the first one that I created for you. That's why you have more pieces. To match the color of the ovals, I have more dark zircons here for you. I have here 4 pieces of 7 times 10 millimeter teardrop cabochons in a gold colored claw. Niti actually says it's like peacock blue, and a peacock might even appear in the story. What a good eye, dear Niti. So these cabochons are already fastened into the claws, and there is a pair of holes that you can sew through to attach them easily. So 4 pieces coming in your box. And then, to have more variety, and so Heather really wanted to have more sizes from this to make her designs happen. She has a very beautiful style inspired by historical jewels often. So these are the same dark zircon, but slightly bigger, 10 times 14 millimeter. Claire says, good job, I'm sitting down. Everyone should take a seat, a comfy seat in an armchair before watching Coffee Time with Erika. And then, talking about gemstone tones, I have here also something completely new in fuchsia color that matches the dark zircon beautifully, in my opinion. What do you think? And this is something completely new. This is included only in the fuchsia box. Dear Tima from the Beadingschool team, she is now marking for me with a fuchsia sticker, the ones included only in the fuchsia box, so I remember it correctly during the video. So these are called Chaton Montes. So these are 6 millimeter preciosa chatons in a metal claw, and the metal claw has a similar orientation of holes as a swan rhinestone. So the holes, there are 2 holes running in a cross shape. However, since it's a chaton, then the claw is more substantial, giving you simply different possibilities than a swan rhinestone. It is easier to build around this since they have a depth, and actually you can cross the holes parallel, but you can also cross the holes in a cross shape, so there are more opportunities waiting for you. And Natasha says, yay, I hope you start carrying Chaton Montes, especially 4 millimeters. You are giving me ideas with the 4 millimeter, dear Natasha. If you like the 6 millimeter ones, I would like to again remind you of the Beadingschool Advent Calendar, because I think one color is simply not enough. So we have here 10 pieces of the fuchsia Chaton Montes. It can be interchangeably fuchsia or ruby in the box, since that's how we could put together the amount that was needed for all the academic boxes. So you might receive fuchsia or a slightly darker pink, the ruby, all matching the theme beautifully. Then often we talk about how can we hang or pendants. How can we make them into a full necklace? And Heather also chose a velvet ribbon for you in the color teal. It is the same 6.5 millimeter width that Nitti, Anita Schachman, had in her Summer Days box, but this is a different color. And a few months back, one of our lovely beaders, I think it was Vania, asked how we can make necklaces adjustable. Sometimes we have different necklines. Sometimes we wear a blouse with a V-shaped neckline. Sometimes we wear a different one. So we might want to have the pendant closer to our neck or lower hanging. And I will not show it to you yet, but Heather came up with an amazingly creative solution. We all said that, agreed with Veronka and Zuzi when we saw it, that she's a genius. So she created a solution for these ribbons to make them adjustable. This, by the way, will be uploaded to the bead shop in other beautiful colors during the video today. So if you are curious about that solution and you feel that you might want to use it for different jewels too, then the ribbon will be available in a lot more different colors. And look at the match of the two colors, the teal velvet ribbon and the beautiful dark zircon cabochons. I think this is just perfect. And Robin says, I can't wait for the adjustable ribbons. You will only need a simple metal component and seed beads in your favorite colors, and you can make it happen. And Heather will teach it to you. A lovely beader is asking, can we still top off? And yes, indeed, very good question. You can still use the top-up option until tomorrow. So also tomorrow midnight. So if you are a Beadingschool Academy student, then you have the added value that we are happy to pack whatever you need together with your Beadingschool Academy Theme Box without you paying extra for shipping. So just place an order in the Beadingschool Bead Shop. Choose the Join with Order in Progress option to check out without paying extra for shipping. Do that by tomorrow midnight, and we will send to you everything together. But let's see what else do we have here. We will also need some beautiful metal components for this royal theme, and this is the Wintertail hook clasp. It works well for bracelets, it works well for necklaces too, and there are cubic zirconia decorations clutching both parts of the clasp. This clasp is included in both the turquoise and the fuchsia variation of the box. So it's super easy to open. You can slightly push it to close it again and just adjust it according to how you feel secure with it. So do you see, can you see all the beautiful sparkle? And Kimberly is asking, will there be theme-based bundles available for this theme before tomorrow? Dear Kimberly, they are coming very, very soon. And then I think this might be the most beautiful metal component in the box. And I just got news today from the treasury that they have 25 extra pieces for now. And this is what we have at the moment for this year, probably. So, but they are included in all the fuchsia boxes. And look at this beautiful clasp. So much sparkle. This would be perfect, in my opinion, for a bracelet. Actually, it's a great bead saver because you can make the bracelet shorter since the clasp is more substantial. Irena is simply going, wow. So there are 2 conjoined flowers with 4 petals. This is how you open it. By the way, I usually try to open this clasp by pushing my fingernail here, but I found that it's so much easier if I grab this middle part and I raise it with 2 fingers. So look at all this sparkle. Jackie says, such a beautiful clasp. Robin is thinking about Christmas. Niti says, oh my heart. And indeed, I think this is one of those components where even a simple strand of fire polished beads would make this perfect. So usually I like to count that how many cubic zirconia crystals are included in a component, but this time I will not make an attempt. I hope that you will forgive me. And you can join on the clasp here and here your beads, so you can even make it into a multi-strand bracelet. And then we will need also some shaped beads to bead with. And this time it will be mini gem duos. There are 2 colors in my hand. The lighter bronze, gold bronze version, it's included in the fuchsia boxes, and the darker dark bronze, it is in both variations. So these are diamond shaped check pressed glass beads with 2 holes. And actually, I happen to know that Zuzi created a beautiful holiday inspired ornament using this. So it's also nice to have the gem duos in your box and in your stash. Then, to match the gold bronze color, there is also a bag of 3.4 millimeter Miyuki drops in metallic bronze included in both boxes for you. So this is again a shape that I think we didn't have yet in one of our boxes. I mentioned that you will need a clever little component for your ribbons to turn them into the adjustable necklace that Heather will be teaching you to make. And this is it, a raw bronze colored connector. And I will show you, there will be 10 pieces included in your box. This also come to the bead shop, of course, that they match the width of the ribbon perfectly. So this will be enough for more necklaces for you. Then I also have here more sparkle, of course. And these are the tiny, cute, super sparkly Preciosa swan rhinestones in the 2.8 millimeter version. I have two colors in my hand. The light topaz one is included only in the fuchsia boxes, and the fuchsia in gold colored setting is included in both versions of the boxes. And they will be included in the first signature jewel, for example, that I created for you, but also many more that you can play with during this upcoming theme. And then this is another color of the Preciosa Chaton Montes that we talked about a little earlier. So while the first color that I showed you was the fuchsia or ruby that you can get interchangeably in your boxes, and that was included in the fuchsia version, the Arinit in gold colored setting is coming for everyone. 10 pieces included in your box to make sure that you can play with them and try this new component. Arinit is, by the way, one of my favorite green colors. Not too harsh, not too grassy. It's just something in between, and I love how it looks like together with fuchsia, for example. Then I have here also bicone beads from Preciosa. And there are 3 colors in my hand, 2 from the 3 millimeter version and 1 from the 4 millimeter version. So the 3 millimeter bicone beads, Preciosa bicone beads, they are crystal AB, and the other one is fuchsia AB. The crystal AB will make it super sparkly and royal, and the fuchsia AB can be used very well with all the other fuchsia and ruby components. So yeah, that will be very nice to have in your stash during this theme. And then the 4 millimeter ones. This is a color that I have to confess that I have not played with yet. So I'm really grateful to Heather to bring it into my attention and literally to my bead mat. It's light Colorado Topaz 2 times AB, and it's a neutral color but sparkly. So for now, when I was thinking about neutral Preciosa crystals, then I was thinking about golden honey, for example, but without the extra AB effect. And I think this is just so beautiful that this might become one of my go-to neutral colors from Preciosa. It looks great together, by the way, with the fire polished beads that Heather chose for the box. The same color comes in the 3 and the 4 millimeter version, a big bunch of them. It's called Crystal Bronze Vega. So it's kind of bronze, but it's also with a purple and golden shine. So it is a deeper, very interesting color. Lutka says she loves it. And then we will also play with some 4 millimeter Preciosa round pearls. And I happen to know how much you like the pearlescent colors. And Heather happens to love them too, so she chose for you the 4 millimeter Pearlescent Pink. This is again a bead that might be coming in a different shade, so there might be variations of other colors, like the pearlescent yellow, for example. Then I have here also some claw settings for the Peardrop, the bigger Peardrop cabochons that I showed you earlier. These are the 4 pieces of 10 times 14 millimeter Peardrops in dark zircon, and you will receive golden colored claw settings for them. This is, by the way, the same size as for the Lucia's Light theme that we had, so you can also go back to those tutorials if you would like to bead them in another color combination. And then a clue that we might be making, we might be working with some more flatback cabochons, is that we have a pair of flatbed ear studs included in the box. It has a 6 millimeter pad that you can bead and secure to the back of a specific cabochon, or you can glue it if you like it more that way. You told me recently that you also like to have some basic components included from time to time in the boxes. So this time we have for you some 5 millimeter jump rings in gold color. And at the very beginning, we had the 13 times 18 millimeter oval glass cabochons, and you will also receive a bunch of gold colored claws for them. There will be a tutorial which uses the cabochons with a claw. There will be a tutorial that uses the cabochon without the claw, so you will learn a lot about using this oval shape. Then one more bag of cabochons. I have here 8 millimeter preciosa chatons in rose color. There are 6 pieces included in every box, and they are sparkly and beautiful. And I also really like it when we get to play with different shades of the same color, because it creates depth and the jewels look, I think, like in a way more sophisticated if the color combination is a little bit varied. So this matches the fuchsia, matches the ruby, a bit lighter variation of pink. Again, the preciosa cut and all the facets, the beautiful sparkle, it keeps me keeps me with this little tray, and I keep looking at it. But now let's see a pair of earrings that Heather selected for you. And this is a super beautiful one. It's called the Frost Emerald Ear Stud. Zuzi is here too. And this is how it looks like. Is it worthy of a palace visit? What do you think, lovely beaders? There are 5 pieces of crystals set into the intricate filigree pattern of the ear stud, and there is a loop at the bottom turned left to right, so it is super easy to attach your components to it. Erika says, crown me now. Angelica, I missed you so much during the past month. I'm so happy that you are back, and your sense of humor and your warmth and everything. Niti is simply bowing. Irene is owing, and Marianska says, love this. Ginny says, oh, sorry, I clicked on Claire. Ginny says, those are beautiful. Claire says those earring studs. Linda also likes them. Marianska says that they remind her of the Maharaja team. And I get it. I get that, yeah, that time we also played with filigree components. And Laura says, these are my favorites so far. Well, my box is not empty yet, Laura, so let's see. Let's see, dear Laura. But definitely super beautiful. Then we haven't seen seed beads yet. Let's see some seed beads. What do you say? So I have here, I will make some groups to show you the size 15 and the size 11 and the delicas separately. There will be lots of delicas, 3 colors. But let's start with the size 15s. So I have here 3 colors of the size 15 seed beads, and I actually have a jewel from Heather where she was combining different shades of all these seed beads that she chose for you, and they look together so nicely. She chose on one hand the Ivory Pearl Ceylon. It looks like I was like, it looks like ivory. It's even called ivory. Erika, think harder. Drink more coffee to be a bit more eloquent, or just read more. And then I have here one of my favorites, and apparently also Heather's favorites, the metallic dark bronze. That will be beautiful to work with. And then this one. This is called Rose Gold Luster, and I'm not sure I've worked with it before Heather would bring this into my attention, but now I have a very, very passionate relationship with it, and this is so not typical of me, but I put next to each other the light Colorado Topaz 2xAB in a jewel and the Rose Gold Luster seed beads, and it looks magical. Then size 11 round Miyuki seed beads, 2 beautiful metallics, dark bronze and galvanized yellow gold. So sometimes we will tone the jewels down a little bit, sometimes we will brighten them with a lighter version of this metallic color, and they will both come very handy when you will be playing with this box. And then let's see the Delica beads. Again, I have 3 colors here on my bead mat, one of them in the fuchsia box only, and 3 of them in the fuchsia box, and 2 of them in the turquoise. So in the turquoise box, we have the seafoam green matte Picasso and the opaque glaze rainbow ivory. And then if you have the fuchsia version of the box, then you will also receive the metallic earth batik luster, and again this and this and this and this and this together. It's amazing. So I'm grateful to Heather to widening my beady horizons by introducing me to new colors. And Angelica says, oh my god, seafoam is perfect here, paired up with the gemstones. Indeed. And Rachel says, loving the contrasts. And Kimberly says, the beautiful thing about bronze rose gold is that it goes with both gold and silver. So excited about these colors. And thank you, Kimberly, for sharing that about this color. I didn't try it yet with silver. I absolutely need to. Now I also have one more bag of fire polished beads, and it is the Crystal Marea. It's a 2mm true to fire polished bead, and I love using this size in bezels. It's nearly just a tiny bit bigger than a size 11 seed bead, so you can use it very well in delicate constructions. But then thanks to the facets, it's just so sparkly and beautiful. So I'm looking forward to play with this. Then I have also some metal components here that will be like artifacts on your journey. And in fact, a key might be playing a very important role in the story that Heather wrote for you. So we have some tiny keys here, and let's see what happens with them. They might even receive some sparkly decoration. There is room for that. What do you think? And then I have two different types of connectors. And this one is 13 times 18 millimeters, and you will receive a bunch of them. Perfect for a necklace, perfect for a bracelet. What do you think? There are some little heart-shaped motifs included. And it's a connector, so there are two loops on opposite sides. And then I have here another type of connector which will come in the fuchsia box. It's called the RBUS Connector in violet color, and I'm in love with this component. There will be 4 pieces in your fuchsia box. As you can see, there is a beautiful crystal insert in the middle, and the metal itself is textured, so it looks very delicate. And again, there are loops, so it's easy to connect it to your beadwork. And Erika is asking about fire polished beads. There was a 3 and a 4 millimeter bag in a crystal bronze Vega. And Claire is asking, oh my god, how much more is there in that box? And just to give you an idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 more components, 5 more little bags that I haven't showed you yet. So again, a bottomless, kind of a bottomless box. Let's see what else do we have here. There were some topaz colors included, light topaz suvan rhinestones earlier. So our fuchsia Beadingschool Academy students will also receive a bag of 8 millimeter preciosa chatons to match those and to give you more possibilities to combine your colors. Again, a beautiful cut. And hi, Michelle, good to see you. And then I told you that the flatbed ear studs are a clue that there might be something coming that is perfect to use with the flatbed ear studs. Can you maybe tell me what might be included in the box that we can use with the flatbed ear studs? Can you guess? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who learned the lesson? Who learned the lesson? Rachel is guessing a filigree. And Ginny says, Nacre per cabochons. Yes, indeed. Fuchsia students, we have 4 pieces of nacre cabochons for you in the box from the very precious pearlescent line. So the pearlescent line is custom made for beading school beaders. Normally Preciosa doesn't carry them. And we ordered a big bunch for you earlier this year, and some of them we reserved for the winter tail box. So 4 pieces of the pearlescent peacock green color. By the way, sorry, the pearls earlier that I showed you from Preciosa, those can also be this color, the pearlescent green. So different colors can come from those pearls in your box. And we need, I think, some more earrings still. Some sparkly ones for our Fuchsia Beadingschool Academy students. And I have here a pair of the winter drop ear studs. There are little kite-shaped crystals adorning the ear studs, and there is a loop running front to back where you can attach your beadwork. It is a trickier attachment, but we learned well how to deal with that, and the instructions are on the blog and in a video too, so you can go back to it. And Heather used this pair for a very beautiful pair of earrings that she called First Snow. And it matches beautifully. It will actually be one of our No One Has to Bead Alone lessons. And Laura is asking, I love the metal components in this box so much. Erika, do you think there's any chance I could upgrade to fuchsia? Dear Laura, thank you. I'm so happy that you like this. You can reserve a fuchsia box right away now. And since we will start sending out the boxes in 2 days on Thursday morning, that's the deadline that's why we have the deadline for the top-ups. Tomorrow by midnight, then please, please, please shoot a message to the treasury to help you out with this. And then some more sparkle for our fuchsia students. Laura, if it wouldn't have been enough reasons to upgrade, then look at this. They have a pair of charms here with cubic zirconia inserts again. It's called the Winter Tail Charm, and it's elegant, it's sparkly, it's royal, and Veronka and Heather also used these in their creations, and it came out beautifully. And then the very last component, and again, this is a special piece. And I can tell that this special piece is coming from one of your favorite manufacturers. So can you guess where the very last piece in the box is coming from? And it's actually going to be part of Heather's signature jewel. She created the second signature jewel, so that's included in the Fuchsia membership, and she used it in her jewel, let's say, like organically. That again, this is very important for that jewel, so you can make it happen. And Katja is guessing a filigree, and indeed Heather chose another shape from the filigree library that was revived, and she chose this 34 times 53 millimeter filigree that we named after the collection the Winter Tail filigree, and it comes in an antique bronze color. It is of an oval shape. Terry says, I love this piece. Okay, Helena is also sitting, luckily. And just imagine all the possibilities, how you can attach beads and components to this beauty. Or I know that lots of our beloved students don't like to hide the filigrees that much, so you can also attach the pendant that I showed you earlier at the bottom, maybe just a single piece of the Chaton Monte in the middle, and then a connection at the top, and you already have a beautiful jewel. So, ladies, that was the Winter Tail box that Heather Kingsley curated for you specifically. And heartwarming stories also coming. Lots of clever ideas from Heather that she's going to share with you during the upcoming 2 months. There will also be a No One Has to Be the One lesson, where you can learn how to make one of Heather's jewels. The second signature jewel will be coming from her too. But of course, all our usual designer team is also contributing. So there is something coming from me. There are jewels designed by Veronica. There is a jewel designed by Susie. And Nitty, Anita Shakman, is also joining us this time. And let's see, in the meanwhile, many of you were asking about the bundles that we usually have and top-up options and other colors of the components that came in your box. So let's see what was happening in the meanwhile in the Beading School bead shop. My beloved colleagues, the Beading School team, they are always super nice and staying at work interchangeably, always someone else on Tuesday a bit longer to make this happen, so I can then show you the other colors. So let's see. So again, the top-up option is still open, so we will start posting your precious boxes on Thursday morning. So that's when we will close orders and you will receive a notification when your order is completed, and then it means that it's on the way. So it's not possible to add to it anymore. So use the time well today or tomorrow if you would like to add something. So my recommendation is to go to the New in the Bead Shop shelf in the Beading School bead shop, beadingschool.com. You will find there Winter Tail bead bundles containing the jewel, the components and cabochons, and the beads that also come in your box. So for example, if you have a feeling that you would like to have more of the beads and shaped beads, then you can choose this. If you would like to have more of the shiny metal components, for example, the beautiful clasp, or you would like to have more of the Miyuki beads, then you can choose your favorites. And one by one, the beads and components are also available. I mentioned that we will have more colors from the ribbon that both Nitti and Heather actually used in their creations. So you already have two variations how you can include the ribbons in your beadwork. Marianska has her birthday coming up, so I really hope that your box lands by then. And you need to scroll back a little bit to like have, for example, the ovals in more colors. Then we have here the seed beads and the Chaton Montes, one by one also available. It's slowing down. What are you doing to the bead shop? It should work faster. I clicked page 2 and it's not working. Just kidding. So you also have here the Pierre Cabochon symbols, shapes, the clothes, everything, the smart little connector that Heather used for the ribbon. So everything is already available. Also the connectors that you liked, and also the filigree. And here is the ear stud, the one that we agreed upon, that it also has kind of an Indian vibe with the filigree design. And I would like to thank you for joining me today. And I would like to thank you for your enthusiasm and creativity and being here and joining the Academy and sharing your creativity. I would also like to thank you for your precious bead orders. We really, really appreciate your trust. Thank you so much. And next week, I'm going to show you lots and lots of beautiful jewels during coffee time with Erika that you can create from the winter tail box. A little sneak peek teaser for you from Heather's bead mat. But as I said, there are also jewels coming from me and Susie and Veronka and even Nitti. But to properly close our beloved Dangerous Liaisons team, there is one more design, a No One Has to Bead Alone design coming on Friday, this time made for you by Ruxandra Puskás. It will be an offline No One Has to Bead Alone, so it means that you will receive a tutorial at the same time from noonehastobedalone.com, but this time there won't be a video class. Two of our lovely beaders helped us to prove the tutorial. So this is Marta's variation. Thank you so much, Marta. And this is Sherry's variation. Thank you so much, dear Sherry. And this is what you can bead during the weekend still from your remaining components from the Dangerous Liaisons box. And next week, we will see each other for the first jewels during coffee time with Erika. So thank you so much, lovelies, for your company today. Take care and happy beading. Bye-bye.